Today on Alley Picked, it's another toy video, only this one is a big boy toy. This is the Xtool F1 Portable Ultra-Fast Infrared and Blue Light Galvo Laser. I'm not sure what the word galvo means, but I think it's a French word for awesome. And in a minute, I'm going to show you just how awesome this laser really is. But first, I'm not a fan of unboxing videos, so I'm not going to bore you with that. Just let me say that it's a good sign when a company takes the time and engineering development in the packaging of their product. It often means that they put the same quality into the product itself, which is exactly the case with this laser. So why might you need one of these laser material cutting and engraving machines? What can you use it for? Is it a need or a want for the average hobbyist or woodworker? Well, instead of me answering those questions for you, I just want to show you a lot of ways that I found the laser useful, and then you can decide if it's right for you. Cost is definitely a factor. It's not cheap. More details on that at the end of the video. Well, that's enough yapping for now, so let's get into the many ways that I've used the Xtool F1 dual laser cutting and engraving machine. The first thing I want to show you is how this engraves on a plastic pen. The noise you're hearing is the exhaust fan and the air purifier. A lot of lasers have a diode laser, which is good for materials like wood, acrylic, glass, paper, leather, ceramic, rock, and slate. This laser can do all that, but because it also has an infrared laser, it can be used on plastic, aluminum, stainless steel, iron, gold, silver, and other metals. This pen is being engraved in real time, so you can see that it took just 30 seconds. Smaller letters would be faster and larger letters would take a little longer. Normally when engraving or cutting, you have to close the lid in order to protect your eyes from the lasers. It also exhausts the fumes and smoke out the back and into the air purifier. This is the stainless steel part of a USB drive. The engraving here does not rub off. It can be darker or lighter depending on the settings you choose. No matter what material you're engraving, the process starts with the same step. You see two laser dots on your material, a red and a blue. Rotate the dial on the side forward or backward to raise and lower the laser until the two dots come together. Next, in the software, you click on framing and the F1 laser will project a blue box onto your material. You can use this to line up the material perfectly. Click start, and in no time, your engraving is complete. I'll take a break now from engraving stuff and show you the parts and pieces that come with the full F1 kit and how it all connects together. Looking at the connections, this is a USB security key. The unit does not operate without it. On the F1 you have power, a USB connection to the air purifier, and an exhaust fan to the air purifier. On the back of the air purifier is power, USB connection to the F1, exhaust input, and exhaust output. I ran the exhaust output to a window. It's not required, it's just another level of protection. Inside the filter unit is this really large 7-inch filter with a second replaceable filter on top. The unit does come with two extras here, and they appear to be washable. There's two optional accessories with the Xtool F1, a slide extension and a rotary tool. Let's hook up the slide extension first, which will allow us to cut and engrave materials that are longer than the bed of the F1. The instruction manual is not very detailed. I went to the Xtool support website and searched for F1 slide extension and watched an installation video. In about 30 minutes, I was making my first sign using the slide extension. Of course, you can't keep the cover down while you're using the slide extension, so you will get some smoke that fills the room. Just keep a fan in the window blowing out and get ready to turn off your smoke alarm. Not bad for my first attempt. The second great accessory is the rotary tool. At first, it's a little intimidating with all the parts and pieces. But after you muddle your way through the first project, it's really downhill from there. For the rotary tool, you have two options, the two rollers here or the chuck. Both options rotate the material upward where the laser strikes the surface. This project took about 15 minutes, as the infrared laser on stainless steel does take a bit of time. Now I'll go a little quicker through a bunch of other projects I use the F1 for. The kit came with some materials, including this leather patch with a peel and stick back. The image came out great. I tried putting it on my hat, but it started to peel a short time after. This one really impressed me. These are black metal tins that I purchased on Amazon last year in hopes that one day I might start selling my wax concoction. I needed to create some labels for the tins. Now I can label directly on the tin lid using the infrared laser. That looks very professional. I saw people online engraving food with this laser. I'm not sure why, but I decided to give it a try. The kit also comes with some metal business cards. Depending on what you're engraving, some projects can take half a second, others can take half an hour. This tool is great for engraving and scoring on wood. However, there is one thing that I found it's not very good at. Cutting thin wood like this. While it does cut thinner wood, I tested it on these keychain tags. The problem is that the laser beam shoots out at an angle. When it cuts these tags, that slight angle is noticeable. It's okay for personal use, but if I were to sell these, that would be a problem. I wondered what the blue laser would do on soap. Check this out. The heat caused the image and letters to raise. I think it's a very cool effect if you happen to be a soap maker. The infrared laser did really well on the stainless steel knife, but it did take almost 20 minutes to complete. Of course, time will vary depending on the size of your font and whether you choose to outline or fill the letters. I tested it on this pencil, which took only seconds. At first, the letters came out white. Another time, when I used a more powerful setting, they came out darker. I'm assuming there was a white primer under the yellow paint. I could go around the house all day finding things to engrave, but I think I'll end it here by making an acrylic keychain. The Xtool kit comes with these two pieces of 4mm black acrylic. To cut it, I'll set the F1 to 100 power, 2 speed, and 2 passes. For the engraving on the keychain, I used 90 power, 200 speed, and 1 pass. Now I just scratched the surface of the hundreds, perhaps thousands of possibilities with this machine. In a nutshell, I'd say it's fun, versatile, and very easy to use. You are a bit limited by the size of the material, but since you have the rotary tool and the slide extension, it does open up more possibilities. You won't run out of things to engrave anytime soon. Now, I didn't show you how to hook this up to your computer and set it up for Wi-Fi. There's other videos you can watch for that. I will say, though, that it was not very difficult. And the main reason for that, the ease of connectivity with this machine is because it has its own proprietary software, Xtool Creative Space, which is excellent. The price for the F1 laser is currently $15.99, with varying prices for optional kits and accessories. I do have a few discount codes in the video description you can use if you want to save a few bucks. I often get asked by other laser companies to review their products. Most of the time, I refuse. The main reason is because they don't have their own proprietary software. You have to purchase a third-party program like Lightburn, which is a great program. It just requires a steeper learning curve. And the free Xtool Creative Space has just about everything I need anyway. I'll have links to everything you've seen in this video in my video description. If you happen to be looking for a larger laser like a 20-watt diode Xtool D1 Pro, I made a video on that last year and I have a link right over here. Thanks for watching Alley Picked. Oh, one more thing. If you're interested in purchasing a hat like this, a shirt like this, or a shirt like Woodrow's wearing, you can go to www.simpletoncreation.com. Right, Woodrow? Woodrow, next time, wear some pants.